we're gonna look at a tier list for all the Star Wars, including all the spin-offs and all the Disney Plus stuff. So let's begin. Let's start with Phantom Menace. Um, this is my first Star Wars movie, and obviously there's a lot of criticism, and everything on Tatooine is a little boring and does introduce Darth Maul, and there's definitely a disconnect between episodes 1 and then episodes 2 and 3. Just kind of, they went too far back in the past and kind of resulted in a little bit of a blunder. Liam Neeson as Qui-Gon Jinn is pretty cool, but yeah, overall, I'm just going to go with probably a C tier. Maybe, it just kind of is what it is. It's definitely boring, and there's some cool lightsaber fights, but that's about it. Attack of the Clones. I can't stand the first half of this movie. At the very first time you watch it, and you get to see okay, here's Anakin significantly older. Here's Obi-Wan's a master now, and everything, which is really cool. But then the love story on Naboo and everything, and it just kind of goes off on its own little tangent. But then that second half, when the clones officially start and the war begins, and you have all those Jedis and everything like that, you get to see Yoda in a fight, and that's pretty cool. Let's go B tier. Yeah, I think that's fair. B tier, but yeah, now Revenge of the Sith, A tier. I can definitely see an argument for it to be S tier, but then there's definitely parts of it where just B tier, and let's just meet in the middle at A tier. It's a great movie to show that full heel turn and descend into the dark side of Anakin and Order 66, and it does a good enough job setting up Episode 4. I think there's plot holes within Star Wars, and that's a whole other video on itself, and there's probably 200 other videos about all the plot holes within Star Wars, but for what it is, it's a pretty good movie. New Hope, S tier. Not only is it the first Star Wars that started it all, but it's just an amazing experience, and just Luke looking out in the Tatooine, the dual suns, while the music plays, just probably one of the, if not the most iconic scene in all of Star Wars, and I absolutely love that scene. And yeah, I can't really say anything bad about Episode 4. Sure, there's not too many lightsaber battles, but 1977 and stuff, and is what it is kind of thing. Empire Strikes Back, easily the best Star Wars movie. And just, what more can you say? You finally get that huge lightsaber battle, the reveal of Vader being Luke's father and everything, and it's, every character has something to do. You get Boba Fett, and you get Lando. It's pretty epic, ends on a crazy cliffhanger, and there's definitely a lot to be said about this movie. And yeah, what more can you say? Introduction of Yoda. So it's definitely a great, fantastic movie. Return of the Jedi. I always have a hard time ranking this. Return of the Jedi, it's the original cast, and that first half on Tatooine, or first act anyway, is pretty damn good. Then they go to Endor's moon there, and the Ewoks and everything, and that definitely slows down and is boring, and everything with C-3PO being the golden, but then at the end it's pretty good, and it definitely wraps up the trilogy very nicely by the end. But at the same time, it's, I don't know, I think A tier maybe. I'm personally going to say I like Revenge of the Sith more. Episode 7. Yeah, B tier. The problem I find with Episode 7 is that it's just didn't live up to the hype itself. It's just a carbon copy almost of New Hope, Jakku being Tatooine, Rey being Luke, Han being Qui-Gon and everything like that, and they do some cool things, but I don't know, and just you get all the original actors. First time I think it was like 35 years. I can't remember how long that was, but they're all back, and like you don't even have Hamill necessarily in the movie. Well, he's in the movie for 10 seconds. Like, would have loved to see like a one last hurrah with all of them, but yeah, I don't know. It's definitely a little problematic, I guess, and boring at the end of the day. Oh, this is also Force Awakens. Oh, Force Awakens is listed on here twice, so let's ignore that. The Last Jedi. I mean, a C tier. I would even debate worse than Phantom Menace. Maybe not, but maybe. I don't know. There's countless better videos to explain why it is ranked the way it is, and I definitely share that same opinion of everything that's wrong with the movie. And I think the biggest problem is just Rian Johnson wanting to do his thing versus just sticking to the path, and resulted in just a very disappointing movie. You finally get Luke, but then like you don't even really see him much, and like I know they try to do the whole two sons things while he's done dying, which kind of like is supposed to like resemble the first time you really see like that really iconic scene in New Hope. But why couldn't he just been on the planet if he was gonna die anyway? I don't know. It's very, there's no lightsaber battles in this entire movie, and it's just kind of weak. And yeah, I can't say much good about this movie, and I can go on a tangent for a long time. Rise of Skywalker. The entire movie is just like basically fixing JJ's views of fixing like Rey saying you don't have any special parents, and it's like, no, you do have special grandparents basically. And yeah, the entire movie is just fan service and everything, and I don't know, I like the fan service, but I definitely understand the criticism behind it. And yeah, with like I like the first bit of the movie where it's just you have the cast all together and they're doing their own thing and everything, and by the end it gets a little weird with everything. But you know what? I am going to say it is B tier. Yeah, I'm happy with B tier, and I think it is maybe. I probably like it better than Force Awakens, but I think Force Awakens is probably a better movie. And I would say Force Awakens is probably better than Attack of the Clones. Bad Batch. I watched the first 3 episodes, and I thought well, maybe 4 or 5 episodes, but I thought the first episode was great, but then the following episodes just became filler, and I just haven't watched it. Is it worth watching? Tell me in the comments, and maybe I'll pick it up. Clone Wars, S tier, absolutely. Introduction of Ahsoka, and Ahsoka is such a well-written character. The show shows how Darth Maul was brought back, and it's such an amazing storyline with like his brother Savage and like the Night Sisters and stuff, and everything about this this show is great. And the final season with Disney on Mandalore and everything, like it's there's so much Star Wars knowledge in there for like things like Mandalorian that it really helps to know that knowledge. The holiday special. The holiday special is definitely a weird case where I don't want to say it's like I don't know where to rank this. I've definitely watched it, but like it's pretty bad. Let's get realistic. But then at the same time, it does introduce Boba Fett, which I guess in turn, to a small credit, introduces Mandalorian. Like that whole idea of like, oh look how cool this character is, and then eventually you're like, well, what's going on with his armor? Oh no, his armor is Mandalorian armor, and then they wrote up the entire Mandalorian lore, which is an amazing race and everything. But just because Boba Fett's in it doesn't make it anything better than anything. I probably will watch it more than Last Jedi though. Fallen Order. I included Fallen Order not for the gameplay, but for the story. It's definitely canon and has the Inquisitors that are in both Obi-Wan and Rebels, and like you get that stuff with Darth Vader and everything. It's a great story. Um, it's been a while, and the problem with video games is you can't just like rewatch it over and over and over and over again over the course of 2 hours, right? Um, but for story purposes, from what I can remember, I am going to go. Oh, that one did not really stick out well, but whatever. A tier. I'll circle back to Obi-Wan Kenobi. Rebels. If Clone Wars is S tier, then I'm also giving Rebels A tier. I find with Rebels, the issues I have with Rebels is there's definitely some like very bad episodes, but then there's some really cool episodes like the Darth Maul storyline and everything with Vader, Inquisitors, like Ahsoka, adults Ahsoka, which is cool. But yeah, I'm happy with A tier. I would say there's more bad episodes of Rebels than there are bad episodes of Clone Wars. Rogue One. Rogue One is a lot of fun. I'm gonna go with A tier. Now, if I gotta rank all of these, hold on. So, Revenge of the Sith, Return of the Jedi, Fallen Order, Rebels. Yeah, you know what? That's actually a pretty good order right there. Rogue One is really cool. They found some way to try to include a Jedi with the blind guy and a blind, not Jedi, but definitely shows signs of being force sensitive, and just the first half of the movie is a little bit boring, but like that last battle is just pretty amazing, and then with Vader at the end and everything, it's great. It's like amazing so far. I think, like, if you don't count the final season of Clone Wars, it looks like it's the highest at Disney. Well, I guess Rebels and the Fallen Order are on here. Solo. Now, I know Solo bombed and everyone hates on Solo. I didn't mind it for what it was. Did bring back Darth Maul, and I'm kind of disappointed that, like, maybe they'll do like a Disney Plus series of a continuation and stuff. Would really like to know more about what ends up happening, but overall, just kind of is what it is. Yeah, I'm gonna say C tier, above the holiday special. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Mandalorian has to be S tier. Has to be S tier. Just good one-off Star Wars storylines. If you want Jedi's, there's Jedi's in it, and Ahsoka and Luke, and like that Luke at the end of season 2. That one scene is better than the entire like episode 7, 8, 9. It's so good. I've watched it so many times. It's pretty amazing. I would highly recommend it if you haven't watched it. And yeah, excited to see where it goes. Baby Yoda is just a pop cultural like sensation and everything, so it definitely works, and they do a lot of things with there. Book of Boba Fett, and then we'll circle back to Obi-Wan. So Book of Boba Fett is kind of a weird case. Like episode 3 is basically an episode of Mandalorian, and everything that's great about this show has nothing to do with Boba Fett. Like, it either has to do with like there's like some Luke and Ahsoka stuff, and then there's Mando himself, and then there's Boba Fett. I really did enjoy the stuff with the Sand People. I thought that was cool, but yeah, I don't know. Just for episode 3, I'm gonna say it's B tier. Now, Obi-Wan Kenobi, as of right now, there's only been 3 episodes, and I'm really enjoying it. Like, I'm gonna put it on A tier, but I can definitely see it being S tier. Just, I don't want to say much to avoid spoilers, but like, everyone's wanted this for so long, and so far for me, it's lived up to the hype. And I can't wait to see what they do next and where this entire show goes. Well, that is that. So, what'd you guys think? How would you rank it? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know if I should watch Bad Batch. It's like the only Star Wars I haven't watched. I guess I forgot to include that anime, which I also like, little Japanese anime shorts or whatever. I also didn't include that on the list, but yeah, let me know how do you guys rank these things? Is there any particular title? Am I too harsh on The Last Jedi to say it's the worst than everything? Let me know. Well, thanks for watching, and I hope everyone has a good day.